licks, boy, I bust up. They found a plan to make it rich. Middle finger up, for a hater in this bitch, boy, on my side. Let's get it poppin' like some hot fries. I told him fuck the runner, cause I'm trying to catch a top guy. Give it up. This is a coochie van, no dooney truck. Say you got the soldier here, and we shoot it up. Niggas always capping nowadays, ain't nothing new. Pillow talking for the hoes, get clapped for acting cool. Pistol packing double D's and all these hoes, we in the stew. You move on, bitches popping out just like a zoo.
Hopefully it runs smoothly, because it's acting a little slow today.
Before Curology, I used to wake up, wash my face, walk out the door, and it was Pimple City. It was not...
Alright, let's go.
On behalf of New Zealand, I want to apologise to Grace's family. Your daughter should have been safe here, and she wasn't, and I'm sorry for that.
Well, that's bright.
Grace Emmy Rose Millane was born in Essex, England in 1996. Born to parents David and Gillian, she was the youngest of 3 siblings.
Why pops look like Sylvester Stallone, bro? Look. Cuz look like Sylvester.
Rose Millane was born in Essex, England in 1996. Born to parents David and Gillian.
Tell me he doesn't look like Sylvester Stallone, bro. This nigga is Sylvester Stallone's brother, bro. He gotta be.
She was the youngest of 3 siblings and had 2 older brothers, Michael and Declan. She was sociable, lively, family-orientated, and loved all things creative and artistic. Grace attended the University of Lincoln and graduated with a degree in advertising and marketing. She was excited for a new adventure before she started the next phase of her life. She had saved up for a year-long backpacking tour after her graduation. Grace was described as compassionate and caring, and before she left for her trip, she cut her long hair off and donated it to the Little Princess Trust, so it could be turned into wigs for children with cancer. In October 2018, Grace left her family home and set off on her travels. The adventurous and outgoing graduate travelled to Peru, before spending 6 weeks in South America.
Oh, she was traveling. That's how I'm trying to be, chat. I'm trying to travel. Listen, also just created a donation link. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't have to. It's not it's not forced upon. I don't care if you do, don't care if you don't. But just know if you do donate, it's appreciated. We're trying to save it for a PC. I'll probably mention that later when more people in.
She met up with other travellers along the way and was keen to share her journey with everyone back home.
Put it in the chat.
On November 19th, 21-year-old Grace arrived in New Zealand alone, and 11 days later, she reached Auckland. She checked into a hostel called the Base Backpackers on Queen Street, sharing a room with some other travellers. Saturday evening, December 1st, 2018, Grace left the hostel just before 6 p.m. and headed out into the city centre. Dressed in a knee-length black dress, white shoes and carrying a small handbag, she had made plans to meet someone she had matched with on Tinder. Initially, Grace didn't seem too sure on meeting up, but after some more talking, her and her date eventually made a plan to get some drinks. Grace met her date at a place called Sky City, an entertainment complex with bars, restaurants and a casino.
Damn, they got the whole footage. It's crazy how they could get your whole life on camera without you even knowing or realizing.
Grace had been sending messages to her friend Amina back home saying, "I click with him so well. He's an oil manager. He lives in a hotel." By all accounts, the evening appeared to be going well. About an hour later, they visited a place called the Bluestone Room. At one point, Grace got up from the table and the mystery man, for some reason, picked up her handbag and started searching it. But just after 9:30 p.m, they both left the bar arm in arm and headed down the street.
Looks like she a little too drunk to me. Oh, never mind, she cooling. I was about to say.
The next day was Sunday, December 2nd, and it was Grace's 22nd birthday. Her family and friends at home were sending messages and reaching out to her over social media, but Grace, unusually, wasn't responding to anyone.
Oh no.
And her two phones were going straight to voicemail. Her brother Declan said she had been bombarding them with details and pictures of her trip so far, and no response from her on her birthday was immediately alarming. Grace was a home bird, and this was a red flag. Her parents contacted the Auckland police and reported her as missing on December 5th. Police reached out to the hostel Grace was staying at, and they confirmed that she had not checked back in on the night of December 1st. Initially, the police didn't suspect any foul play. The majority of her belongings were still at her hostel. Maybe she had just stayed with some new friends and forgotten to contact people. Fortunately for detectives, it didn't take long to track down where Grace had been on that Saturday evening, due to the vast amounts of CCTV from around the city. The mystery man she was spotted with that night was quickly identified. The very night Grace was last seen, she had changed her profile picture on Facebook. A comment was posted underneath the picture saying, "Beautiful."
Hold up. I don't know why, but on my end, that shit was looking so weird. Hold up, chat. There we go. We just gonna put this shit right over here. Alright, we good. I just was trying to make sure I could see chat on my end without having to look on my phone.
Was also the Tinder date seen drinking with Grace. This man was Jesse Kempson, who was currently residing at the City Life Hotel in Auckland. Jesse had written a post prior to the comment which caught more attention. Extracts of the post stated he was sorry for his mistakes, his arrogance, and his selfishness.
Let me read this. Have people. Okay.
But who was Jesse Kempson? 26-year-old Jesse was born in Wellington and had moved several times as a child after his parents split up. He had been partially raised by his grandparents and was virtually estranged from a lot of his family. Jesse was described by everyone who knew him as a pathological liar.
Damn.
He claimed everything from being the cousin of a famous All Blacks rugby player to telling people he was dying of cancer. He lied to employers, land...
Gang just trying to have... Bro, he just like to be the center of attention, bro. I hate niggas like that, bro. It's like, why you gotta lie for it, bro? I knew niggas like that back in middle school, bro. It was this one nigga, bro. I ain't gonna even say his name, but... Bro, he used to just lie for no reason, bro. I'm talking about... It's like, bro, you get nothing out of lying. You legit get nothing out of lying, bro. Niggas just would lie for no reason, bro. I'm talking about we chilling, bro. He like, oh, for Christmas, I'm gonna get y'all all G-Shock watches. Bro, we in like 7th grade, bro. I know damn well you not getting niggas no G-Shock watches, bro. And if you do, bro, you a thorough nigga. But I knew he wasn't, bro. After the holidays come, he like, yeah, I got it. Oh, I lost it. I'm like, bro, come on. You just didn't have that shit, bro. That nigga used to lie. He used to say he nigga was like, oh, he did boxing and his hands was registered. That's why he can't fight. And I understand that because technically your hands are. But I'm like, bro, be fucking for real. Nigga lied about going to Fiji, bro. Even the teacher called him out one time, low key. He was like, yo, yeah, we went to Fiji, and the teacher was like, okay, bring pictures in tomorrow. I want to see, right? And we thinking she gonna forget, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know life. The next day she like, so where the pictures at? And he's like, oh, I'm gonna bring. And she keeps asking, bro. She was on to it, and we all were, bro. It's like, damn, nigga, you don't gotta lie. You don't gotta lie to be friends. Niggas just be up there lying. God damn.
Landlords, partners, and his family and friends. Time and again, Jesse's fake world caught up with him, and he was frequently evicted from his flats and lost jobs due to his compulsive lying. A former landlord of Jesse said he had claimed to be a professional softball player who had been signed up by New Zealand's national softball team, the Black Sox. He'd lie and say he was waiting on contract money, but after 8 weeks of excuses, the landlord contacted the Black Sox management, and again, Jesse's lies were exposed. He told his landlord at the City Life Hotel that he was a top manager for Woolworths. In reality, his rent was being paid by state benefits. Jesse's last job was in telephone sales. This also ended in a dismissal due to his lies, and this all happened on the very day he met Grace Millane on December 1st. Jesse was...
I just don't understand why you gotta lie. If you got a job, bro, why are you lying for it? Like, bro, I don't understand motherfuckers who lie about simple shit like that, bro. Like, so what you work as a fucking garbage man? So what you deliver mail? So what you work at Walmart? So what, bro? So what you do this, that, bro? It don't matter. Not all of us could be fucking YouTubers and shit. Singers, dancers. Somebody gotta do the job. Just do a job, bro.
Was the last known person seen with Grace that night, and police knew he was the man they needed to help fill in the gaps. The same day Grace was reported missing on December 5th, Jesse was asked to come into the station.
Talking about sup, babe. You better. I just saw the message you left in the chat. You better stop, okay? You little sneaky guy. Stop. You making me blush.
My mom is currently online shopping, and I don't think she has honey installed on her computer.
So I was talking to Grace on Tinder. We'd matched on Friday. I saw that we'd matched the next day on the Saturday. And then we met at Sky City. And then we decided that we're going up to Andy's Burger Bar, which is on the first floor.
Whose idea was it to go to that particular burger place?
Me. Because I didn't initially know that she was real.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of... So have you heard of catfish? So catfishing is where someone uses your profile, or uses your photos and pretends to be you and then meets, and you're a completely different person.
How does meeting in a public place sort of protect you from meeting someone who's not as good looking as...
Well, there's security there. So if she wasn't who she said she was, at least in my mind I'd feel safe. Yeah, that's us.
Down there?
Yeah. So she's going that way, and I'm going across the street. I go down Queen Street. No, I go down Victoria Street, straight down to the bottom, and then hang a left, and I head towards the viaduct.
You kind of walked in a bit of a funny direction if you were planning to go to the viaduct. Is there a particular reason you were going to do that?
I feel safer down that way.
And we're very, very concerned for her safety also. It's entirely possible that she's been the victim of foul play. Okay. You understand what that means? Yeah. What would your feelings be about providing us with a voluntary DNA sample in the event that we can compare that against something? Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I know I haven't done anything wrong, so I'm happy to do it.
Okay. At this stage, we don't know what's happened to this girl.
Okay.
It's possible that somebody has killed her. Okay. Understand that?
Yeah.
She might, when I say foul play, I mean that someone might have murdered her. I don't know if she's been murdered or not yet. She may be alive and well. Okay. But she might also be dead. Okay? And it could be that you've done it.
Hey, I just want to ask a question. Have I been arrested for something I didn't do?
Never made a reason.
Holy shit.
He said nothing out of the ordinary had happened that night. The date had ended nicely with a hug, a kiss on the cheek, and a plan for the following day, before the pair eventually parted ways at around 10 p.m. He said he had tried to message her the next day on Tinder, but noticed that Grace had unmatched him, and that was where his encounter.
Damn, she straight said, get the fuck out of here. She packed him out. Packed him out bad.
Encounters with her abruptly ended. But the officers hadn't yet finished looking through the CCTV from the City Life Hotel, and they were about to start gaining more answers to the remaining questions they had. A sinister and disturbing picture was slowly being put together, and almost 6 terabytes of CCTV data were being analysed. Despite Jesse saying they parted ways on the street, they were both seen arriving at the City Life Hotel, arm in arm. They exited the lift together on Jesse's floor.
This nigga started lying, bro. Why he capping so much? Nigga said we went our separate ways, bro. He definitely... Bro, this nigga's a liar, bro. He's a liar. Bro, I just be feeling bad for these women, bro. Like, I feel bad for women. Men are terrible sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a woman, bro, I'll be terrified. Promise you I'll be terrified. Shit's ridiculous.
Floor, but Grace was never seen leaving the building. The morning after, on what was Grace's birthday, cameras did pick up Jesse leaving the hotel. They followed him over the coming hours, tracking his every move. He left the hotel in the morning and went shopping to buy a suitcase. He then went to buy some cleaning supplies, and just before noon, he headed over in a taxi to a car rental company and rented a red Toyota Corolla. Several hours later, Jesse met with another woman he had engaged with on Tinder. She later reported that he had some disturbing conversations with her, speaking about burying bodies and his friends that were police officers. His date said he made her feel so uneasy she declined Jesse's offer to get in his car and made her own way home, never talking to him again. After this, Jesse went out into the city centre again, this time to hire a Rug Doctor carpet cleaning machine, explaining to staff that he had some red wine stains that needed cleaning up. Later on, at 9:30 in the evening, Jesse loaded 2 suitcases onto a hotel trolley and offloaded these into the Toyota he had rented earlier.
This nigga's sneaky, chat. Bro, he really tried it too, bro. These niggas don't be knowing how to, like, get away with shit. They be doing the dumbest shit. And I'm not saying I would, but I'm just saying the dumb shit.
At around 7 a.m. the next day, he was picked up on camera again, this time buying a shovel. and 2 hours later, he was spotted power washing the car. He then returned the car to the rental company, and it was subsequently rented out by someone else. On the 5th of December, the day Grace was reported missing, Jesse was seen visiting various locations and dumping things in bins. Police arrived at the City Life Hotel looking to talk to him. Just as they reached the front desk, Jesse returned to the hotel himself. The minute he saw the police,
No, I didn't set up the ad blocker because every time I try, it would make my stream freeze. So in order to set up ad blocker, I would have to use window capture, and when I use window capture on this MacBook, bro, that shit freeze crazy. So I was like, fuck it, we just gonna have to deal with ads until I get like a better system, like a better computer. Thinking about getting this like gaming laptop so I could stream and game off of, and then say if I want to like when I go traveling, I could stream like before I go to bed and shit. So I'm going to save up for that. Listen, I don't know if you were here earlier when I said this, but if you guys want to, I'm going to say this out the stream. We got a donation link. So if you want to donate, you know what I'm saying, help us get a better equipment for videos and all that, help a brother out. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to, but if you do, I appreciate y'all.
he quickly turned around and began walking away, with his head firmly facing the opposite direction. The police clocked him, chased after him, and brought him in for questioning. Despite Jesse denying anything had happened, police still began a thorough search of his hotel room.
Tonight with a public appeal for missing British backpacker Grace Millane. A short time ago, police held a press conference to appeal for sightings of the 22-year-old who has not been seen since 7:15 p.m. on Saturday night.
On December 7th, David, Grace's father, was now in Auckland. He made an emotional plea for help.
I'm David Millane, Grace's dad. Thank you for coming today. As you know, Grace has been missing for several days. We last had contact with her on Saturday the 1st of December, and as a family we've been extremely concerned for her welfare. Grace is a lovely, outgoing, fun-loving, family-orientated daughter. Grace has never been out of contact for this amount of time. She's usually in daily contact with either her mother, myself, her two brothers, members of the family on social media. She arrived here on the 20th of November and has been bombarding us with numerous photographs and messages of her adventures. We're all extremely upset, and it's very difficult at this time to fully describe the range of emotions we are going through.
The investigation was moving quickly, and although police didn't name him, they revealed they had spoken to Jesse and that he was a person of interest. The more time ticked by, the more fearful people became, and the police stated that they had grave concerns for Grace. On December 8th, as more and more evidence was coming to light, Jesse was eventually taken into custody and interviewed again. His story had now drastically changed.
That you're willing to speak to us about the events of last Saturday. Is that correct?
Yes.
Tell me what happened last Saturday.
She started talking to me about 50 Shades of Grey. We started having sex. First it was just normal.
Oh my gosh. Thank gosh I was muted, bro. I almost almost canceled myself with a joke, bro. Almost did it, gang. Almost did it. We good.
He asked me if we could get into bondage, having, I guess, more violent sex. We ended up on the floor, and then she told me to hold her throat. So I went into the shower, and then all I remember is falling asleep in the shower. I need to stop. I need to go.
Bro, he guilty as hell. That boy is guilty.
A laptop or a house? Which one do you think it was more? For me, it's a laptop because it's just a laptop and an internet connection. I can trade from anywhere and make a living. And many of my...
I don't care about that. I'm sorry.
Jesse said that when he had awoken the next morning and realised Grace was dead,
he went into shock. He panicked and put her body in a suitcase and drove out to bury her. He still denied any guilt, however.
I didn't know what to do. Went downstairs and I was just, I don't know, I was all over the place.
You come out of the shower,
Yep.
the light's been on in the shower,
Yep.
you put a towel around you, you've turned the light off, and then you've returned to your bed and you've gone to sleep in your bed.
Yep.
And at that point, when you exit the shower, you don't look around, but your assumption from the silence.
I thought that she had gone. I thought she had left.
We're going to head out of here very, very soon, and you're going to take us to where you've buried her. She will likely be exhumed tomorrow at some point, and
Damn, this nigga just gave up. He said, fuck it. Y'all saw the camera. Y'all knew I was with her. This nigga said, fuck it. He gonna show the bodies and everything. God, well, I mean the body. That's insane to me.
After that, they will apologise.
They're very skilled at establishing people's causes of death. Do you understand that? Did you kill Grace Millane? Okay. Jesse Kempson, you're under arrest for the murder of Grace Millane.
the forensic search of Jesse's
room added more to the already disturbing story. Despite Jesse's attempts to clean up, Grace's blood covered the floor of the hotel room.
I just can't believe he did this, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? That's cocaine?
From what Jesse had told them, it didn't take long for police to start searching an area on Scenic Drive near the Waitakere Reservoir. Shortly after 4 p.m. that day, officers found a body around 10 yards from the road.
It was identified late last night as a location of interest as a result of our investigative work. I can now advise that a short time ago, we located a body which we believe to be Grace. The formal identification process will now take place. However, based on the evidence we have gathered over the past few days, we expect that this is Grace. The focus now is to piece together exactly what happened to a young girl who came to New Zealand on her OE. Obviously, this brings the search for Grace to an end. It is an unbearable time for the Millane family, and our hearts go out to them. Any father, any parent in this situation.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they did not have consensual, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he R-worded her, bro. Because the way this nigga is a liar, bro, I wouldn't trust anything he has to say, bro. Tripping. He gotta go. Send him to Max. Send him to Max, bro. You feel me?
Will struggle. Yeah, I feel for my other children in the 20s. So, yeah, we're putting a lot of support around him. It's difficult because he's here with a brother from England and the rest of the family are back home.
D.I. Scott Beard had been heading the investigation and was working closely with the Millane family. For him and his team that had been hoping to find Grace safe and well and bring good news to the family, it was clear how much of a painful moment this was for everyone involved in the search. The grief was shared throughout the nation. Thousands of people paid tribute to Grace and held vigils.
Damn. bro, and that just sucks for the parents, bro, because it's like you would think like, okay, my daughter's going on vacation, whatnot. You would never think, oh, your kid's not gonna make it back from vacation or some shit, bro. Like, or just going out in general, bro. That it'd be scary, bro. Living in Philly, bro, is one of the worst things. I'm trying to get to a point where I can move out of Philadelphia, bro, because living here ain't it, bro. Should get dangerous here.
The New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern publicly apologised to Grace's parents and offered hers and her country's full support.
I cannot imagine the grief of her family and what they will be experiencing and feeling right now. And my thoughts and prayers are with her father, David.
This is off topic, but I wish they still taught fucking sign language, bro. I learned a little bit in fucking kindergarten, bro, and then I forgot it all, bro. They need to continue teaching that shit. Bro, sign language is important, bro. I feel like everyone should know that. I think I might fuck around and practice that. What if I do that on stream one day? We do some Duolingo and learn the language on stream, bro. That might be a vibe, chat. I might have to do that one day.
Who is in the country, her mother, Gillian, who cannot be here, and her wider family, friends, and loved ones. And so, on behalf of New Zealand, I want to apologise to Grace's family. Your daughter should have been safe here, and she wasn't, and I'm sorry for that.
Rest in peace.
I've advised the family through the police that if there is anything we can do to assist, we are here to help with that.
Following this, Jesse
Bro.
Kenson was formally charged with the murder of Grace Millane.
He look crazy, chat. Look at this face. This looks like someone who would kill a woman, bro. Look at this face. And look, look, damn, his shit, look, his shit just, his shit not doom, his shit, doom, you feel me? Like, bro, this nigga just look crazy. Look at his mitt.
On December 10th, just 5 days after Grace was reported missing, Jesse appeared in court in Auckland. He was granted an interim name suppression to ensure a fair trial, which is why so much of his interview footage was blurred out for a long time. Following an autopsy, a pathologist confirmed that Grace had been strangled and had bruises on her arms and chest, consistent with being pinned down. Considerable force would have been required, and the pressure on her neck must have lasted between 4 and 5 minutes to be enough to kill her. At around 1:30 a.m. on Sunday, as Grace lay dead in his room, Jesse carried out a number of internet searches. Using his phone, he looked up hottest fire, flesh-eating birds, and Waitakere Ranges, the location where he would later try to bury Grace's body. After this, he trawled through a pornography site. He then took several intimate photos of Grace's dead body.
What the fuck, bro? Oh my gosh, this nigga's a monster, bro. What the fuck?
Just over a month after Grace was found, hundreds of people turned out for her funeral at Brentwood Cathedral in Essex. Detective Inspector Scott Beard, who had been looking after the case, flew to England to pay his respects and support the Millane family. 6 days after Grace was laid to rest, Jesse appeared in the High Court, and he pled not guilty. His trial began in November.
Nigga pled not guilty with all that incriminating evidence, all the search history, everything. And he just, okay, bro, this nigga's stupid, bro. He should have just pled guilty, bro. You're guilty as hell.
The trial would last just 3 weeks, and for much of it, Jesse remained stony-faced, showing no emotion. He occasionally glanced down at court papers or held his head in his hands. Jesse's defence team argued that although tragic, Grace's death was caused by nothing more than consensual rough sex that had gone horribly wrong. They claimed that Grace had engaged in sexual encounters like this.
Then why did he not call the police? You get what I'm saying, bro? If it was an accident, bro, you should have called the police first. Be like, yo, we was having sex. I was choking her. I didn't realize. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't saying anything. That would have been better than putting her body in a suitcase, going to bury it, looking up all these internet searches. Like, bro.
Before meeting Jessie, and this time it had been a tragic case of sexual misadventure. They said that Jessie had simply panicked and attempted to hide Grace's body after he realised the sexual encounter had accidentally taken her life.
The defence case is that this is not a murder. And that's still what I say to you now. Nothing has changed. It was an accidental death that took place in the context of sexual activities that, if done incorrectly by inexperienced and or intoxicated people, can go wrong.
Okay.
But the prosecution were already armed with a mountain of strong evidence and witnesses. They argued that Jessie did not panic, and this was not simply something that went wrong. It was very clearly deliberate and intentional.
That's what I'm thinking.
They said that he had calmly and callously set about covering his tracks, creating what they called a labyrinth of storytelling and lies as he went.
In this case, to have killed Grace Millane, the defendant, gentleman over here at the back, behind me, had to have had her under his grip, suffocating her, strangling her is probably the correct term.
Strangling her? Why do they gotta... do all the lawyers wear this? I thought only judges did.
For a total of 5 to 10 minutes, at some point of which she lost consciousness and would have become under his hand hold, unconscious and limp and lifeless, and he had to carry on. And if that's not reckless murder in this country, ladies and gentlemen, somebody will have to explain to me what is.
Do you find the defendant, Jessie Shane Kempson, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Despite his protests of innocence, on the 22nd of December 2019, after just 5 hours of deliberations, Jessie Kempson was found guilty.
Yeah,
of the murder of Grace
get him out of here.
Jessie
Pack him up, bro. Ain't no way, bro. I swear, bro, if he would have got off with that, bro, I would have been surprised.
sentenced to life in prison with a minimum non-parole period of 17 years.
You are a large and powerful man. She was diminutive. In those circumstances, Ms. Millane was particularly vulnerable. You were in a position of total physical dominance.
On a daily basis, I torment myself over what you did to my Grace. The terror and pain you must have experienced at your hands. As a mother, I would have done anything to change faces with her. I sit full of guilt, knowing I couldn't help her. But I should have been there. She died terrified and alone in a room with you.
Bro, it's an ad. Of course it's an ad. This is the ad dicking me. I'm gonna take a picture for stream. Can I skip?
It's Gucci. Louis Vuitton. That is your Rolex.
The verdict of murder today will be welcomed by every member of the Millane family and friends of Grace. It will not reduce the pain, the suffering that we've had to endure over the past year. Grace was taken away from us in the most brutal fashion a year ago, and our lives have been, and family have been ripped apart.
Bro, that it just sucks, bro.
We would like to thank several people. Auckland Police Force, been professional, diligent, and thorough all through this investigation.
I ain't gonna lie, that sniffling's getting on my nerves, though.
We'd love to thank the people of New Zealand. opened their hearts to Grace and her family. I cannot express our gratitude enough for all the offers and gifts of kindness that we have received over the last year.
I've always thought that if it wasn't Grace, it was going to be someone. Now, I'm not a psychologist, so I can't talk about psychological profile, but what we do know is he's a liar. You know, and a number of times we've proved he lied to the police, he lied to others.
The case prompted many people to express their anger at how Grace's life had been presented during the trial, and how her death had been explained away by her killer. Many feeling it was shameful and grotesque victim blaming, rather than placing the blame on the murderer himself. Jesse's family branded him a pathetic fantasist.
Bro, y'all should. How y'all blaming her? Cause she like a little rough sex, bro. No, it's a difference between rough sex and killing somebody, bro. You know when you being a little too young. I'm saying, if she turning red in the face, bro, come on, you're choking her way too hard, bro. Come on. You just could do a little hand placement. You don't gotta press down. If you press it down, that's crazy. Like, if you want to do a little, you know what I'm saying? Would you eat a giraffe? Listen, if you gave me giraffe, or if I was starving and that was the only thing to eat, yeah, bro. I'm trying to live to see another day. Give me all that giraffe. Saying, but I don't want to be the one who gotta cook it. If I don't got to be the one that cooks it, I'm cool. And then you just give it to me and not tell me it's giraffe, I'll eat it. And if it tastes good, I'll be like, yo, this joint popping. And then you be like, it's giraffe. I'm like, it's what? And you gonna be like, it's giraffe. And I'm like, it's what? And I'm like, damn, this some good ass giraffe neck.
His stepbrother said he lied over pointless things all the time, and continued to lie until the point where he's got no out. And then he breaks down, cries, and runs away. After he was found guilty of murdering Grace in the highly publicised trial, Jesse faced a further 2 trials the following year.
Damn.
These were judge-alone trials, and no jury was present. 2 women had gone to the police when they had seen the blurred images of Jesse after he was arrested for Grace's murder. They knew instantly it was him, and they both had horrific stories to tell the officers about Jesse. In the first of these 2 trials in October 2020, an ex-partner spoke of the physical, sexual, emotional, and financial abuse she had suffered while with him. Jesse would hold knives to her throat, choke her.
Whoa. The fact that she said knives to the throat, I don't understand why you would stay if it's to the point where they're that violent. But, you know, I'm not going to victim shame and all that shit. Or victim blame, I think that's the word. But that nigga Jesse thrown off.
Force her to perform sex acts and drain her account of $10,000. Jesse was found guilty of 8 charges and jailed for 7.5 years. In November 2020, he was put on trial again, this time for raping a young British tourist he had met on Tinder 8 months before he had murdered Grace Millane. He forced himself on her and said, "If you don't do this, I will kill you, and I will kill your family, and
Damn.
you know I will."
Damn.
He was then found guilty and given another 3.5 years in jail for this crime. This brought the total to an additional 11 years, which
Damn.
will run concurrently
alongside the sentence he received for the murder of Grace. When Justice Jeffrey Venn found him
Have I ever died? Why is it getting so dark all of a sudden? Ralph, you okay?
guilty of rape, it prompted an aggressive outburst from Jesse.
You're so full of you have no reason to convict me. You're full of
Tragically, in November 2020, Grace's dad...
Nigga's a typical narcissist, honestly. Like, that's what it is. Typical narcissist.
David Millane passed away after a battle with cancer. In December 2020, the name suppression concealing Jesse's identity finally lapsed, when the Supreme Court denied his last-ditch appeal against his sentence in Grace's murder. It is alleged that Jesse is working on appeals in both of the sentences for the 2020 trials as well. To honour Grace's memory, her family and friends raised a record amount of money for the White Ribbon Campaign. The White Ribbon Campaign is a charity looking to end male violence against women by engaging with men and boys to make a stand against violence and challenge behaviours. Grace's family and friends raised over £11,000 in her name. The Love Grace campaign was also set up in Grace's honour. The campaign asks for donations of handbags filled with essential items to help provide support for women seeking refuge from harmful and abusive relationships. I've left links to these and a few more resources in the description box below.